Has this ever happened to you or someone you know? Did someone just so happen to have their camera out to capture you having an unflattering moment without your permission? Did that person who captured you having this ridiculous asinine moment take it upon themselves to upload your unflattering moment to a platform for others to ridicule or make commentary on? Was your blundering incident so preposterous that the video garnered so many views that you have now become a cultural icon of stupidity? Did you know there's a chance you're entitled to compensation for your celebrated calamity? Hi, I'm Sherman Lowe, viral reparation lawyer. That's right, I'm a viral reparation lawyer. If this situation I just described applies to you or anyone you know, do not sit at home one more minute being a penniless pushover watching your video receive 20 million more views than the highest watched show on any major network. You deserve to be compensated for your witless folly as much as the platform who's hosting your foolishness. You no longer have to be famous and flat broke. Let me and my growing legal team attempt to collect what's owed to you for being an idiot. Don't wait 1 minute mulling means thinking, whether or not you should contact me. Do it now. If you have ever been made a meme, a GIF, or had the unfortunate incident recorded and go viral, you should be on the phone calling me this exact moment. In fact, you should be interrupting me while I'm making this video encouraging you to call in. Don't waste another minute. Make the call and make this video go viral so I can help others like you who are famous and flat broke. Find out if you're entitled to viral reparations. I've been a victim of viral reparation misconduct for over 7 years. Claim your compensation for your clumsy celebrated casualty. Call now. Don't be a broke and the butt of the joke. Call Sherman Lowe. I was in DC in April of 2021. And I was staying in a hotel. And this hotel where you need like the key card before you can push the button to go up for safety reasons, right? And I'm coming back from getting something to eat, and as I get into the elevator, this guy is on the elevator too. He hops on with me like, "Yo, man, anytime I get in the elevator with somebody that, you know, for security reasons, you have to have your card in order. I take my time before I push a button or anything. Like I pull my card out, or I'm looking for it to see if the other person has their card, because they may not be staying at the hotel. They may be actually after somebody, a killer, some shit like that. I watch too much TV. So I was looking for my card, and I saw the guy not have his card, and he was like, but he had some flowers in his hand and some snacks and shit from 7-Eleven. Like he just had a shitty, "I'm sorry, I fucked up" gift. And he was like, "Yo, my man, I need a favor. Can you please push the button? My girl, blah, blah, blah." He gave me a story about how he's trying to get his girl back. And I said, fuck it, right? Made a judgment call. I said, fuck it, let me open this. Let me get this guy to where he going. And as we're riding the elevator, I turn to him and I say, "My man, listen. I'm doing you a solid by letting you get on this elevator with me, and without a key, and you're not staying here to go see a chick. Like, this could turn bad." I literally say to him in the elevator, "Are you a fucking killer? Like, are you crazy? Like, what's going on? What's the story?" Right? Too late, because I've already let him get on the elevator. He said, "Nothing, man, I just fucked up." And I was like, "All right, well." And I say to him, "You know, that's not a good, you threw this shit together. Like the whole gift that he's trying to use to get back with his girl. I'm like, this looks shitty, right?" And I wanted to go into detail and say, this looks shitty, and whatever you're trying to fix, you're only making it worse, which means you're going to feel like your efforts aren't appreciated, and you're going to snap and you're going to kill this bitch. And then I'm going to go to jail because they're going to say we was in cahoots together, but I don't even know you, motherfucker. And now you done killed this bitch, and I am an accomplice because I aided you even though I didn't even know you. I'm just trying to do you a solid because you fucked up and you feel bad about it, and you're trying to win your girl over, but you don't know how to win your girl over. Luckily, he was going to the same floor as I was going. So I don't feel bad if something did happen because I was going to the 6th floor anyway. He just happened to be going to the 6th floor too. And that's how I justify the fact that I'm okay if something happened, even though I was hoping nothing happened. I don't know what that process is. Like, philosophically, I don't know what that rationale is. I don't know what name you would give that to where I'm having this enjoyable conversation. And once again, I do things just to see what will happen. Granted, there could be consequences, but a lot of times it's a video game for me. I'm just RPG. I'm like, let me see what happens. Let me go down this corridor and see what happens. Let me go down this corridor and see what happens. Let the shit play out. Most of my life is just, this could end bad, but I'm bored, or I need a jolt. I need some excitement. Let me try this, right? I'm aware of that. I have Gemini in me. I literally have Gemini in me, and I thought I hated Geminis. I mean, I do. It's 2 motherfuckers. I gotta dislike 2 motherfuckers, right? So I need to know what that is, where like I kind of was, didn't think it all the way through, where I should probably have said, you know what, man, I don't feel comfortable. I'm not about to turn this into a Seinfeld moment with this random black guy and be like, I don't feel comfortable letting you on the elevator. I ain't gonna let you get on. And then he, like, somehow he actually was staying there and I was being a dick to him, and then he could do the same thing to me if I didn't have my key. Like, it could just be a thing. And I don't know a black guy who's patient enough to have a Seinfeldian conversation with me that does not result in me getting punched in the fucking face. I can't see me doing this witty banter back and forth with some dudes from my neighborhood and they actually just see it all the way through. Like, it's too many words they not gonna understand. They gonna think I'm talking down to them or whatever, and they not gonna be able to play back on me because they don't know the fucking words I'm using. And once again, they gonna think I'm being better than them, and they're gonna beat the shit out of me. It's just too much. But I thought about that today as I was preparing to do the podcast, and I was like, what the fuck ever happened to that guy and girl? Because I didn't bother to go look at the news to find out if I had fucked up. I just like, you know what? Come on, universe. I don't need no trouble. I don't need no trouble. You're just killing time with me right now. You are listening to Moranzia Vance. I always start my podcast off by saying that I do believe that I'm an experiment in this thing called life. I don't take this shit too seriously anymore, and I am an explorer on a journey to figure out what the fuck is going on. Why are we doing this? Are we in a machine, a simulation? Are we some kid's ant farm toy? Like, what is going the fuck on? Like, you trying to tell me there's no way for me to live forever? There's no way for me to live forever? Like, I'm just destined to die? And if I'm destined to die, why the fuck do I give a fuck about anything? People, I'm trying to figure out why I should give a fuck about anything when I know one day I'm not going to exist and none of this shit means anything. That's what the fuck I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out why should I give a fuck about anything when I have a finite. There's an end date for me. It's like playing the lottery and you know you're gonna die tomorrow. What's the fucking point? It's dangerous to think like this. People die for thinking like this. Like thinking like, why should anything fucking matter? The trick also is to get you to believe and care about shit that don't mean anything. So the people here who really believe that this is the fucking best thing going on can enjoy it because you pave the way for them. You provide them with the money to do whatever the fuck they want while you work. You work to make other people rich so they can enjoy life. And they somehow trick you into believing that you should want them to have everything they've ever fucking wanted in their life. And you believe it because you go hard in the paint for people that you don't fucking know. Dumbasses. You go hard in the paint for somebody who made you feel like you mattered. I guess that's something. I guess you go hard in the paint for somebody that made you feel something. The goal is to make you feel something. And then once I make you feel something, I can put a price on that. And once I put a price on what I can do to make you feel, you'll do whatever it takes to feel that thing that I'm able to make you feel. And depending on what the fuck I want to buy determines how much price I'm gonna put on that shit that I'm able to make you feel because you need it, you want it, I got it, come get it. I got that bag. That's all it is. I'm just trying to understand why. I'm just trying to figure out why I should give a shit. And then, after I figure out why I should give a shit, figure out why I should give a shit that I give a shit. It's a lot of shit to go through. The mire, the muck, the mess. Cornel West does that a lot on his masterclass. But he says with a smile, like the mire, the muck, and the mess. Fucking I love Cornel West. That's why my dog is named Cornel West Vance. I'm just trying to figure out what it means. I'm just trying to figure out what it means, and I'm using information that was given to me upon arriving and the information I've acquired along the way. Like, I ain't no shit when I came into this world, and I have made it this far, and I'm just trying to understand what the fuck have I been doing the entire time? Why am I giving a fuck about what somebody thinks about me that one day will also be worm food with me? Why do I care about somebody that's not going to exist anymore? About how they think about me? That's time wasted thinking about why you should give a fuck about what somebody thinks of you when they're gonna die one day. Like, literally, they're gonna die. Unless this motherfucker is able to prove to you that they're gonna live forever, but they can't because you're gonna die, and they're gonna be like, I die the day after. You won't fucking know. You won't know. It's something romantic about dying. There's something romantic about no longer existing. There's something romantic about it. Hollywood sensationalizes dying. A Time to Die, Daniel Craig, James Bond last movie. It was sexy, it was heart-ripping, and it was engaging, it was suspenseful. Like, they made that shit look like everybody should want to die by a fucking missile hitting you on the top of your fucking head. Everyone should want to die with a missile hitting you in the fucking head. That's what I saw. When I was watching, I was like, fuck. I want to die with a missile. Pound me upon me, on me head. Today I do want to talk about romance, though. I know y'all probably like, where the fuck is this going? It's about romance. Let me ask the girl. Hey Siri, what's the definition of romance?
As an adjective, romance means relating to the group of Indo-European languages descended from Latin, principally French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Catalan, Occitan, and Romanian. Do you want to hear the next one?
Yes.
As a noun, it means the Romance languages considered as a group. Want to hear one more?
Yes.
As a noun, it means a feeling of excitement and mystery associated with love. Want to hear one more?
No, you talk too goddamn much. You told me like 5 things before I got what I wanted. You slipping. Alexa is killing you, bitch. She's killing you out here. Alexa in these streets. She's in cars. Alexa's in cars and TVs. Where you at? In my phone, giving me loose information. Mystery about love. I believe I'm a romantic. I like romance. I like the idea of coming up with something creative to show someone that I love, a creative way of expressing how I love them. That's romance. Could we say that romance? I'm trying to figure. I want to talk about it because I like romance, or I love romance. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's not considered manly. I like the idea of coming up with different ways or gestures to show someone that I love them. They say that men and women speak different languages. I think I've been romantic since I was a kid because I would do stuff. I remember I liked this girl at my brother's school, and I went home and I took one of my grandfather's cigar boxes, and I put whatever change I had in my bedroom into this cigar box with some candy and took it to the girl at the school. Yo, son, I thought I had laced this broad with the gift of all gifts, a cigar box. Something that's off limits. I can't even touch my granddaddy's cigar boxes, but I took a cigar box, threw some change in that bitch, and some candy, and was like, let's go, Bonnie and Clyde. That was my gesture. That was like my romantic gesture, was this box. I could go deeper than that, but I think the biggest issue I have now that I'm saying it out loud is the fact that I felt like I needed to give this girl something to show her that I liked her. That's where we fuck up. That's where we fuck up. You need something from me, physical. Money, a fucking horse. Bitch, why do you need a horse? A whole horse? A whole fucking horse you need? You need a new car? You need a car? You need a house. That's a romantic gesture to some people. There are people out here that have bought motherfuckers. I know dudes that have bought chicks houses and cars as parting gifts, romantic gestures. That's wild to me, fam. That's wild. That's wild that fucking 6 or 7, maybe 8 years old, I knew that in order to get someone to like me, I had to give them something tangible. There's nothing romantic about that. There's nothing about it that's romantic. There's nothing romantic about the fact that I have to, in order for you to feel loved or that I'm interested in you, that there has to be a transaction. But these also, the same people that will probably say, you goddamn right, will be the same people that say, I have integrity, and you don't. Because if there's a price for you, that's where the integrity stops. If you got a number, that's where your integrity stops. I'm priceless. But if you do this, you can get this or that or whatever. How did it even happen? How did romance get fucked up? Like the gesture of saying, look, let me figure out a way to do something to surprise this person, to show them I love them. Also, romance gets fucked up in the mess, in the muck, in the mire, because for men, as women probably think, we use romance to get sex, procure vagina. He only being romantic so he can get some. Well, at some point, somebody said, if you do something, I'll give you something. The birth of it. At some point in history, somebody said, if you do this for me, I'll give you that. And then it got out to other people that if you do something, you'll get something. And the better it is, the more you get. It's transactional. Transactional. And then we live in a world where a lot of people, can justify why this is, yeah, it's okay. That sounds about right. That's what it should be. Because you're putting a value on yourself. You're putting a value. You're letting someone know how much you are worth by saying, if you do this, I'm worth this, and this. A movie, Dave and Buster's. A trip, a car, jewelry. I think the dumbest thing men do is buy a woman something when you fuck up. The dumbest thing in the world you can do when you fuck up is buy a woman something, because now that's the reminder that I fucked that bitch gift. You fucking up. You not thinking that shit through. My 10th grade electronics teacher, cannot remember this guy's name, but he looked like Santa Claus that missed several. Like Santa Claus and Guillermo del Toro had a baby, and he was like a scientist. He gave me this analogy, and he was like, trust is like a plate. Like if you break a plate, you can try to put it back together, but it'll never be the same. Like it'll never be a whole plate. You can't. You have to rebuild it piece by piece, but it'll never be the same. And he said that's how trust is. You break it, you can put it back together, but it'll never be the same. I think about that when it comes to romance, because you have to trust somebody to show. You have to trust somebody. Someone has to trust that you will not spit in their face, reject their gesture of romance. Because in order to be romantic, it requires vulnerability. Not really. You know why I say not really? Because, like I have said before, I went through a long period where I was just dating, and I never opened the case that has my heart in it, because I was not pulling that shit out and using it at all. I knew how to do the things that you needed to do to function in a relationship. And I had a idea of when I would allow myself to go and pull the heart out of the case and use it. But it wasn't going to be like soon, because I had done that so many times. I was like, don't even, what? Like me? Bam, heart's in, let's go. Like I've done that and got fucked up. So for years, I knew how to be romantic. I knew how to show someone that I cared for them, but also that I love them. Or this is how I would show you that I love you. If I really, really put my heart into it, and they not know the difference. And that was wrong. It was wrong to do the gestures of like, I'm gonna be romantic. But it's like my foot is in, but my foot is also out. So it wasn't that I did it and didn't mean it. It's like, I'm going to do it. And if you appreciate it, I'll do it again. And then I'll do it again. And then once I feel like you really are on board, that's when I'll put my money in and invest in this. And sometimes I stay longer in relationships because I was like, let me make sure this is not me. And then I found out it was me. Or then I'll be like, let me see where this is going. You know, try to have the patience to learn somebody before writing them off, because you don't like how they survive. You know, a lot of it has to do with the fact you don't like people's, you know, guidelines for integrity. You're uncomfortable where someone's integrity line is. You're like, if you'll do that, if you think like this, if you eat like that, if you believe, like, so you kind of like, but when I am being romantic, and I think romance is important. Romance is important because romance is what you do to express you love. If you don't have the romance in you, if you don't love the person, if you're not excited about the person, if you're not passionate about somebody, there's no way the romance you create can be authentic. You need passion. You need passion, because the passion is what's going to keep you going. The passion is what's going to allow you to keep coming up with greater and learning this person more deeper, to show them more ways to express how you love them or tell them that you love them. Like, you'll come up with different creative ways on different waves of their lives. Like, as they grow, your ability to show them how you love them grows and cultivates and evolves. Like, that's what it is. But you got to have the passion for that person to show them that romance. You learn romance. Men learn romance from porn. Men learn romance from fucking shitty ass rappers who do songs about how much they love their girl. Men learn romance from rom-coms written by men about how to get a girl. Women learn romance from Hallmark, Lifetime, soap operas, chick flicks, rom-coms. You think you learn any romance from your parents? Like, is that uncomfortable to like look at your parents and say, "Oh, mom and dad love each other. I want to love somebody the way my mom and dad love each other." Some people have that. Some people will say, "My parents love each other, and that's how I know I found my husband, because that's my love." I don't hear all that shit. I get it. You're proud, you're happy your parents are together, and you saw your dad a couple of times banging your mom out, and you were like, "Dad and mom still be getting on. I didn't want to say it, but I'm happy they're doing it." And they do little gestures and cuddle up on the couch. That's beautiful. That's great. Not everybody saw that growing up. How do you know how to show somebody you love them if you don't have any examples other than what you see on TV or what you hear at the cafeteria or overhear your cousins talking about? What do you do with it? Do you have the capacity to tell someone, "Hey, I think you're trying to show me how you love me, but you're not doing it right. I don't think this is romantic at all. Let's start from scratch." But you, as the person who's trying to be romantic, do you have it in you to listen to someone explain to you that, "I know that you're trying to show me you love me, but that's not how I see it. Let's talk it out to figure out what we need to do to show each other how we love each other romantically." Do you have it in you to do that? You got to ask yourself. I'm learning again. I'm learning. I also get in my head because I'm like, the fuck? I'm going to be 40 something years old talking about I'm romantic now, this late in life. Because by this time, movies, TV shows, they always play the narrative of men hate being married this long, or married couples hate being married to each other. The romance is going, guys on the couch, the woman's in the kitchen, or she's upstairs dancing, whatever. They're not at each other. Like, there's bullshit. Then there's some honesty. And then there's just fucking ridiculousness. There's just this negativeness that comes along with it. Romance is important, but you gotta have passion. You gotta love the person. Also, romance is like, yo, I wanna make this person feel good. But does romantic gesture always just have to be within a relationship? Can a friend give a romantic gesture to another friend? Can that happen? Can a female friend of mine do a romantic gesture to me and it still stays in the friend space? And go deeper, if I am in a relationship with somebody and a friend of mine does a romantic gesture for me in a friend way, does my significant other get upset? Do I accept this romantic gesture? When I say romantic gesture, I don't mean like fucking massage somebody, or hug them long and grab their ass, or like rose petals to the car type of shit. I'm just like, what's romance? What exactly is romance? Is it when I was in college, I dated this girl, and she would like candles and put balloons, and she put balloons up. She oiled her body down. She was tall, she was skinny, she was sexy as fuck, smart, and she knew music. She was passionate, fucking soft. It was just beautiful lips and everything, beautiful white teeth. It was amazing. She would do these fucking gestures. She was romantic. Like, she would do things for me that made me believe, do I own a house in this bitch? Do I own property? Like, she's like, do I own something? Because she is really showing a brother love right now. What the fuck is this? This is romantic. Set the tone, set the room, an entrance, a show, if you will. Like a presentation. I put effort into this. Romance is effort. You gotta have effort. You gotta have passion. Effort and passion. PE, baby. You gotta have effort and passion to want to be romantic. If not, it's just motherfucking macaroni on some construction paper. It's manufactured. I think that's all I want to talk about. I just want to talk about romance. What do you think romance is? Email me. Share the podcast. Tell your friends. Y'all just kill some time with me. That's all I want to talk about. It's romantic to talk about romance. Talk to you later.